Yes, guys, how's everyone doing? Tottenham through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, beating Doncaster 3 goals to nil. Very, very good first half, I think. Completely dominated them. Should have scored some more goals. Paulinho with the overhead kick, and then an own goal created from Wilson, attacking that full back, taking on his man and getting the ball in the box. We had many chances. Should have scored more goals. Um, Second half, it was all a little bit disjointed, wasn't it? And we did get that goal late on with a good finish from Johnson, right into injury time of that second half. Now, Doncaster made plenty of changes for this game. Spurs made some changes too. And look, the levels of the two teams, especially in that first half, was clear to see. It was very, very straightforward for us. We were dominating lots of corners. Um, Trying to score goals. And look, we did what we needed to do in that first half. Second half, substitutions came on. As I said, it was a little bit all over the place. Doncaster did have a bit of possession. And Kingsley made a good save, didn't he, in that first half, I can remember. But Doncaster didn't really offer much else in that first half. Now, a lot of obviously fans are talking about performances of Tell, Wilson, not done enough yesterday. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because when Wilson Tell playing against this level of opposition, we expect them to shine, we expect them to score goals and do more. Look, Wilson was involved in the first goal, but he didn't really do much else in that first half. And Frank just took him off after like around 55 minutes, and maybe he's resting him for the Wolves game. But Wilson, we just need to see him now. He's started a couple of games, been a bit underwhelming for me, but you just have to hope that he can start to play some football and show us fans that he can do more, because at that moment he's not doing enough. Look, we'll have to see how he gets on. Tell as well, and another kind of poor performances. He had a few chances but fluffed his lines, and yeah, disappointing. Very disappointing to see Tell struggle up front against those Doncaster centre backs. Look, again, I don't really know what we're going to do with Tell. All we can do is keep playing in. Hopefully, something will click with him. But I'm not sure. I don't know if he's going to get a consistent run of games in the team to kind of really show us what he can do. I just don't know what he really can offer us. Um, and it is a little concerning, to be honest, guys. So say if we do suffer injuries to that forward line, we're going to have to rely on the likes of Wilson and Tell to kind of give us stuff. And I do question if they are the players who can kind of give us goals, assists, and make things happen for us. And look, time will tell. We'll have to watch that one. They're young players. It's difficult because you don't want to get on them too much. There is a lot of negativity around, particularly those two players. Obviously, Archie Gray had some minutes, hasn't played much this season. I think he started against Burnley in the first Premier League game, but we haven't really seen much of him. And yeah, he's going to struggle getting into the side, especially with the likes of Paulinho, Benton, Corsar. They'll be kind of the main guys, and Bergvall. They seem to be the first choice midfielders. Basuma's not getting a look in at the moment. But look, there's so many games to play, and we're going to need to use our squad. And yeah, it's hard for Frank to manage really players' minutes at certain times. Young players that they do need game time, and yeah, it's just kind of choosing the right games to play them. But when these young players play, they really have to impress, really, don't they? Otherwise, what we're doing today. Some of these young players need to go out on loan. We've already got so many out on loan, and for me, we need to bring in better quality in January and next season if we really want to push up that league. Great to have some good young players, but I don't know about these guys. Honestly, we'll have to wait and see. So look, comfortable 3-0 win in the end. We did our job into the next round. Now we have this scary tie against Newcastle away. A lot of people obviously think we're gonna get knocked out. It's a tough one. It is a tough one, but you got to win tough games. If you want to win competitions, you're going to face tough teams throughout the rounds. There's not that many rounds in this one, and unfortunately, you're gonna just gonna have to go and beat Newcastle. They're a good side. We've not got a very good record there recently. Lost the three times we played them away. We've lost a couple of times really badly, and but look, we just got to go for it. Got to be brave. Got to play a strong lineup in that one. and to try and knock them out. Look, obviously we all wanted an easier draw, a home draw against a weaker opposition, but it is what it is. Even if we had an easy draw this round, the next round or the round after that would have faced a big side. So you've got to beat good teams if you want to win competitions, and this will be a good test for Tottenham, Frank, and to see if we can knock them out. It would be really impressive if we can do, especially at their grounds. They're the holders of the cup. They'll probably play a strong lineup as well. And look, I think we can beat them. Why not? We've got to set up right. Um, and as I said, you know, what can we do? We got to beat them. We just have to find a way of beating them. And we've had a kind of fairly easy set of fixtures to start the season off with. It's not been like a really really tough. When you play a lot of good teams in a row, it hasn't been like that, has it? Been fair, really, to be honest. And look, it's good that we're going to get a test away from home in a cup competition. See how Frank manages it. Just watch these players, step up, and yeah, the spotlight will be on us. But there's no reason why we can't beat Newcastle. So look, I'm quite looking forward to it. Yeah, it's coming in a week commencing the 27th of October. Guys, what do you think of Newcastle? You think we've got a chance, or you think we're going to get knocked out? Give us your thoughts. Give us your thoughts on that performance against Doncaster and the kind of dilemma with some of these young players, and then just not really performing. And last night was a chance against lower league opposition in Doncaster, and unfortunately they just didn't do enough, did they? But look, let's hope that they prove us wrong, and they get better. And Frank's coaching and how the team's developing, that they kind of can kind of develop alongside it. What can we do? They're here, they're part of the squad, and yeah. As I said, I don't want to be too critical on them. Um, you know, Obviously they know that they're not doing enough right now, and they know that the fans will be on their back. And it's up to them really to step up when they're given opportunities to perform. But anyway, guys, drop us your comments, leave us your thoughts. Wolves on Saturday. I think it's an evening kickoff, right? Another winnable fixture. We'll be looking for Spurs to put in a good, strong performance, lots of goals, creating lots of opportunities. And yeah, hopefully that will be a win, keep us up there in the league. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. And as always, come on, you Spurs.